I have 3 things that I like in the world. I like randomly staring at people to the point of making them uncomfortable. It's actually a weird hobby that I've said this to other people. I've said this when I met like people on my trip as well. This is the dumbest thing. Sometimes I like to stare at people and like make them go like, what's wrong? Like, and this is what I've learned, chat. When I met everyone during the trip, I have learned different things about them because I would stare at them. Right? If I stare at Nina, for example, Nina would be like, yes, baby, what is it? And then she would approach me. So because of that, I will never stare at her again because that is not the point. She would be like, yes, baby. And then she would like approach me because she thinks I need her help, which is nice, you know? Because sometimes in a restaurant, I would stare at Nina and Nina would be like, oh, she's in trouble. So that's great, but that's not what I need sometimes. So that's Nina. If I stare at Mysta for too long, he will look at me, turn around, look at me, turn around, look at me, look at his phone, and kind of pretend like I'm not looking at him until he looks back up, see that I'm still looking at him, and he'd be like, what? Like, that's Mysta. He would look, turn around, look, that's him. If I do it to Vox, Vox would like stare at me and he'd be like, yes, which is like awkward because now I don't know what to say. The best response I've ever gotten was either from Prof or from Luca. I didn't do it to Ike because I'm scared of doing it to Ike. What if Ike like kills me? I did it to Prof, and what Prof did was like he looked at me and then like he covered his face with his hands. Like slowly started covering his face with his hands. That's what he did, which I thought was kind of funny. What Luca did actually was this is so in character, but I didn't see it coming. I stared at Luca. Luca would like look up, stare at me, and then his face would go like, you know, like he would shake his head a little bit and he would like just open his eyes super widely and like stare back like a staring contest. And then if I blink, he'd be like and points at me. That's what he does. Yeah, he would look at me, see that I'm staring at him, and like make it into a staring contest. I find it super interesting. Sometimes I would stare at my roomie. Like sometimes I want attention from my roommate, and then I would stare at my roommate for like a long period of time, and my roommate would like look at me and just go like, not right now, and then continue doing what she's doing. It's just a fucking issue, dude. I just like staring at people. They all know. They all like to say like, oh, ignore Mika. She just likes to stare at people for no reason. And it's true, I do. I don't know why, but I do. I find it very interesting. I have a very strong like, I want to feel involved, but I don't know how. So I will maintain eye contact to the point that is like slightly uncomfortable. That's what I do.